Master Duel is a comprehensive simulator of competitive and casual Yu-Gi-Oh! Alike, but it takes a master duelist to be able to play it all. There are a whopping 154 booster packs in Master Duel, ranging from some of the best archetypes in the game's history, like Salaman Great, Tri-Brigade, Altergeist, and Shadal, to the bottom of the barrel, like Nordic, Heroic Champions, and Tindangles. In this series, myself and Darth Nash 6 will proceed through each secret pack alphabetically, opening 20 packs, building a deck, and then playing a best of 3 afterwards. The loser will be able to ban a card, while the winner gets to open 3 packs of the previous set as a bonus. The kicker is that one of us will be going in reverse order to avoid endless mirror matches. So join myself and James every Wednesday and Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern in our progression. The progression of the Master. Going everybody, Sean and Chaotic Meatball TCG here, and welcome back to a brand new series. We are replacing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Yearlies now that it's over, and we are here with Progression of the Master. Now, this is a pretty unique one, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel has a series of secret packs. These secret packs contain archetypes, certain power spells, and half the packs also have completely random cards. And because of that, we are here at the wheel with my brand new co-host, permanent co-host. It's not going to change every episode, so I'm going to have him introduce himself real quick. We're going to get into why this wheel is on screen.
What is up, all of my beautiful dudes and dudettes? We've got Darth Nash 6 here. I'm drinking some yerba mate, and I am excited to just have a good time here with Chaotic Meatball TCG and truly progress to be the master.
We are truly progressing out here. No Pac-Man here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Gage. Anyway, so the wheel here, the reason that it's A to Z and Z to A is because one of us is going to be going through the secret packs from A to Z, and the other will be going through Z to A in order to make sure that this isn't a mirror fest throughout a lot of episodes. So, therefore, I'm going to have Nash here go ahead and decide which one do you want this wheel to spin for. Do you want it to spin for me, and whatever it lands on ends up being the way I go, or do you want to spin it for you?
I'm going to say let's spin it for you, because
Okay.
this is the dawn of a new series that you're starting, and, you know,
I like it.
Let's go it your way.
All right, I am hoping for A to Z. Not gonna lie.
May the force be with you.
Let's go. A to Z. Perfect. You know? And this is the only episode we're using the wheel, of course. So that is that. So for me, I've got a Zephyr of Song and Petals with Melodious and Windwitch. And if any Darth Nash 6 fans know, he has the first pack being Yearning Evil Body with L Swarm. This is the deck he brought to the freaking YCS Hartford.
First YCS post-COVID for me, I decided to bring Evil Swarms. Theoretically, I just want to be clear that it was a good meta choice. I am just not a good pilot.
I think it was a decent choice just because of the fact. But I'm not going to get into it. Anyway, we're going to open 20 packs of these. We're going to split off, and we're going to come back, do the best 2 out of 3, and that's just going to be how it goes. We're also going to go ahead and go over the packs as well. So I hope we will pull some good cards. Good luck to you, good sir.
Thank you, and to you as well.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so the first pack we've got for Progression of the Master is a Song of Zephyr and Petals. This pack is including both the Wind Witch and the Melodious archetypes. Now, I know what Wind Witches do, somewhat. I know that they're a synchro-oriented archetype, and that Wind Witch Chimes is one of their best cards, and I know that Ostinato is the fusion spell for Melodious. Now, I have never played either of these archetypes in and of themselves, and that's what I think that Progression of the Master is going to be really interesting with, is that we are going to be working with archetypes that we've never worked up with before, with limited preparation time, and we're going to just see how stupid it ends up being, while also building with some of that limited aspect. As for these cards, I think we get a couple of really good staples starting off. We get Lost Wind and Fairy Wind at rare. Of course, Fairy Wind being great for outing Floodgates, and Lost Wind being great for outing special summon monsters, having their attack. Honestly, I think this card in and of itself is one of the craziest cards we're going to have access to throughout this whole episode. Fairy Wind as well it's limited at a point because it only destroys face-up spell traps, but I think in the face of not having things like MST, Twin Twisters, Cosmic Cyclone, straight off the bat, we are going to be in a world of hurt for back row removal, and thankfully we have at least something. As to get to our pack, we are allowed to craft one super rare that is usable for the episode, and I alluded to it already saying that Wind Witch Chimes is one of the best cards in the Wind Witch archetype. Being able to target a Wind Witch monster you control, special summon another one from your deck in defense position with a different name, and then you cannot special summon monsters the turn you activate this card except wind monsters. I think we're going to be going with this, so let's go ahead, craft it, open 20 packs, and build our deck.
So Yearning Evil Body, I feel like, is absolutely amazing for me because I just love the dual terminal cards and archetypes. That's how I originally got into the game with my friends back when we first started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! It says right here that Yearning Evil Body has the Illswarm cards. Now, Illswarm is a overall archetype that houses two different archetypes inside of it, Steel Swarm and Evil Swarm. Now, in the TCG, Evil Swarm was the only deck, or the only archetype of these two, that was meta-competitive. It was one of the big three during what is known as the Dragon Ruler format. Evil Swarm focuses on bringing out level 4 monsters to be able to go into Evil Swarm Ophion, their floodgate that prevents special summoning of level 5 or higher monsters. Steel Swarm, however, works completely different. These guys work as a Monarch-like deck. They all focus on tribute summoning and gain effects based on how many Illswarm monsters were used for their tribute summon. Usually the main way to play it was to turbo out cards like Gearstag to send a card from your opponent's side of the field to the grave and then burn them for 1,000, or Steel Swarm Hercules, which just nukes the entire field by paying half of your life points. So we've got cards like Evil Swarm Ophion, Ouroboros, Exciton Knight, Caucastag, Origin, Roach, Bahamut, Gearstag, one I talked about, Hercules. So it's all of the Illswarm cards. That's it. That's literally it. It's all Illswarm. I thought that there were going to be other things in it, but I'm really excited because you know that we're going to be able to build an Illswarm deck with this. I'm pretty positive that Mr. Meatball, the chaotic TCG man himself, thinks that I'm going to be building Evil Swarms because that's what I took to Hartford. I might go the route of Steel Swarms to just throw him off, because there is some spell and trap cards, especially like First Step Towards Infestation for protection, Infestation Wave, Infestation Ripples. All these cards are, in this limited format that we're doing, they're actually pretty good. So let's just hop right into this and start cracking open these packs.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and generate ourselves a Wind Witch Chime. We're going to put it in here, and we do get the free pull. This does count towards our total. I almost forgot about this. But we do get the free pull. So let's go ahead and see what we get in here, and then we're going to go ahead and open our other 20 packs. Alright, so we've got Genesis Ally Duradark. We've also got a level 5 Blackwing Synchro, which is kind of neat. Blizzard Bell, Fortissimo. Nothing crazy in this pack, but we've got something nonetheless.
Okay, so we finally figured out how Master Duel works. So we've finally gotten to secret pack of Yearning Evil Body. We're going to try and open 20 of these to try and build a competent Steel Swarm deck to take down Mr. Chaotic Meatball. Okay. Yes. Infestation Terminus. So that's nice. So it's an Illswarm monster I control and 2 cards my opponent controls. So I'll just be banishing my monster and then return the second 2 targets to the hand. Unfortunately, it just works with monsters, but, you know, that's what we got.
Alright, 20 packs of Zephyr and whatever. We've got a pretty good amount of super and ultra rares, it looks like here. we're going to go ahead and see, and an ultra rare outside of the pack. Ooh, and a super rare Great Fly. Interesting. Lost Wind, perfect. And let's see what this is. Boral Code Dragon. Okay, it's not Boral Sword, it's not Access Code, it is Boral Code. Still a pretty decent card, though.
Ah! Oop, well, I just... Oops. Oops. Okay, so we got an ultra rare Ophion, ultra rare Ouroboros, and ultra rare Caucastag, I mean. So that's really nice. So yeah, when this card is tribute summoned by tributing 2 Steel Swarm monsters. So unfortunately I can't use Illswarm monsters like Caster or Kirkion or Mandragora or anything like that. But I can activate one of 2, nuke all monsters or destroy all spell and traps. So that's really nice.
Guardian Slime is pretty crazy. Leonis is also pretty crazy. Prank Kids Rocket Ride, interesting. If we ever, like, later down the line hit the Prank Kids pack, this card is going to be crazy. A Guardian Slime, though, this just special summons itself from hand when you take battle or effect damage. And during damage calc, this card's going to be pretty decent, so I'm pretty happy about that.
We got Steel Swarm Origin, the Link monster, Bahamut, that's a change of heart. Ooh my gosh, we got Hercules, which is to destroy everything on the field. We got an Evil Swarm Nightmare, 3. We got a playset of Evil Swarm Nightmares, and a Thanatos.
Alright, so we got a super in the pack. Shadow Knight Archfiend, interesting. It's a normal summonable 2000 attacker. So, ooh. First movement solo, and... Ooh, we got the Melodious Link 2, so 2 fairy monsters. Special summon 2 Melodious monsters with different levels from your deck to the zones this card points to in defense position. This card is freaking crazy, and I'm very happy to see it, thanks to the Melodious stuff in here.
Ah! Honestly, if I can just grab a playset of everything, then we're going to be fine on my end. Okay, that's nice. Another Pandemic, so that's really good.
Oh my gosh, this pack is... Ooh, Blizzard Bell. Glad we got one of those. Scrap Chimera, interesting. And Bloom Diva, the Melodious Choir. Yeah, we needed this. This card is pretty good. For at least... this is actually the cover card, which is pretty good. But I know that this is one of the big cards in Melodious that we need at least one of.
Okay, I don't really care about the Performapal, but the Steel Swarm Origin. We need way more Steel Swarm Origins. That's only the second one so far, and that's kind of the main card that we need.
And Winter Bell. Awesome. Got the Synchro 7 and 3 more Melodious. Spiral Fusion as well, if we get to, like, the... I think Gaia is honestly, like, one of the bottom packs that we're going to end up seeing, though, so not really relevant for us. But yeah, Wind Witch Chimes, Winter Bell, the Melodious Link, and Boral Code and Bloom Diva, absolutely. I will take this 1000%.
Okay, last card of the set. Let's try this out. Ooh, a Kirkion. Okay, Kirkion's really nice, actually, just because of the fact that it grants you an additional normal summon isn't too bad.
Ooh. Oh, you always love seeing Ultras outside of the pack. Oh, there's 3 hollows. Topologic Bomber Dragon, a second Winter Bell, and a Die Gusto Emerald? Ooh, we are cracked, and it's a wind. It's a wind. We can make this under the Wind Witch restrictions. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, this is so sick. Oh my gosh, yes. Ignis Heat, interesting. Odd Eyes Phantasma Dragon, and there's the 3rd Chimes. It's just as simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. Now that is a pretty good haul. Topologic Bomber Dragon's a decent finisher, along with Boral Code Dragon, Bloom Prima, Winter Bell, the Wind Witch Chimes, Dinotherium, Emerald. I am super satisfied with this opening. Marincess Crystal Heart is interesting as well. But yeah, So let's go ahead and get into the deck once I'm done with the building, and we'll get into that match.
Alright, so here's the deck profile that we've got going on. We've got 2 Steel Swarm Origin, just because those are able to special summon themselves from hand to facilitate the Tribute Summon and, trigger the Monarch-like effects of the bigger Steel Swarm guys. So 2 Steel Swarm Cell. Steel Swarm Cell is what special summons itself from your hand to be able to facilitate the Tribute Summons of the bigger guys. Then we've got 1 Steel Swarm Genome. It can be used as 2 tributes. 1 Junk Defender, just to be able to get more bodies on board. 1 Steel Swarm Sentinel. Steel Swarm Sentinel is basically a tiny little Steel Swarm Ophion. It doesn't prevent their summon, but it prevents the activation of effects by level 5 or higher monsters. Steel Swarm Gatekeeper's just got a big booty, and if a Steel Swarm monster is tribute summoned using him for cost, for the tribute, then you can special summon a level 4 lower Steel Swarm monster from your hand. Next up, we have 3 Steel Swarm Caller. Steel Swarm Caller, if it's used as a tribute summon, you are able to special summon a level 4 lower Steel Swarm from deck to help your plays continue onward a little bit more. Steel Swarm Sting, when it's sent to the grave, I can destroy anything that's really not an Ixies or a Link monster or Pendulum monster, because the Steel Swarm cards come before those times. So any Ritual, any Synchro, or any Fusion monster, I can just pop. Evil Swarm Kitos. There are a group of Evil Swarm cards that tribute themselves as cost to destroy something on the field. Evil Swarm Kitos you tribute as cost to be able to destroy a spell trap card on the opponent's field. Evil Swarm O-Lantern, which is a Laval monster. Evil Swarm Kitos was a Gishki. Evil Swarm O-Lantern was a Laval monster. Tribute this card to target a face-up monster on your opponent's side of the field and destroy it. Then 3 Evil Swarm Mandragora. It's kind of like a Cyber Dragon. If my opponent controls more monsters than I do, I can special summon it from my hand. This helps the tributes. It also helps going into the Evil Swarm Ixies plays. I'm able to bring out the big monsters, but what the problem with the Steel Swarm monsters, as you'll see later on, is that to get most of their effects off, you need to tribute specifically Steel Swarm monsters. Then triple Evil Swarm Caster. If it is normal summoned successfully, then you gain the additional summon of an Ill Swarm. And then Evil Swarm Salamandra. This was a Jirac that was turned into an Evil Swarm. I love the Jiracs so much. Up to twice per turn, you can banish a card from the grave, and it gains 500 for each card banished that you're banishing for cost. So you can bump him up by 1,000 attack. Evil Swarm Kirkion is a little complicated of an effect. So you can banish an Ill Swarm monster from grave to add an Ill Swarm monster from hand, and then you immediately get a normal summon. Another effect that it has is that while it's in the graveyard, you can normal summon an Ill Swarm monster for 1 less tribute, which is pretty nice to be able to get the big guys out on board immediately just to be able to attack over stuff. Then Evil Swarm Mantis. This is one of the first tribute Steel Swarm monsters, one of the first Steel Swarm monarchs, basically. It is when it is tribute summoned by tributing a Steel Swarm monster, you pay 1,000 life points, and then monster reborn a Steel Swarm. We've got 1 Radiant, just to kaiju. And then Steel Swarm Caucustag, you contribute it by tributing 2 Steel Swarm monsters, and then you can either destroy all monsters on the field except itself, or destroy all spell and traps. Steel Swarm Hercules is the big boy. You gotta tribute 3 Steel Swarm monsters to get him on the board, and then once per turn you can pay half your life points and just nuke the whole field except itself. First step towards Infestation, which I mentioned earlier, we're playing 1 of those. We were only able to pull 1. It is a quick play that bounces a tribute summon Steel Swarm to hand and allows you to draw a card. Because it's a quick play, it allows you to avoid problem cards. Then we're playing Infestation Wave. Bounce a Steel Swarm monster you control to the hand to target a card your opponent controls and destroy it. Then we're playing 3 Infestation Ripples, which is an in-archetype trap monster reborn. 1 Ixies Reborn, which is, to be able to bring back Ophion and stuff. Infestation Terminus, I mentioned earlier. And then Infestation Infection. And then for the extra deck, we've got Roach, Nightmare, Bahamut, Thanatos, Ophion, Ouroboros, Origin. So let's hop right into this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the deck, and it is bad. It is very bad. So we did not pull any of the level 8 Diamond Bell, which would be normally what we would want to summon. Normally, we would want to go for Freeze Bell, activate Chimes in order to special summon Blizzard Bell, make a Synchro 8, but we do not have a single Synchro 8. So we have Snow Bell, as well as any of our like level 4 Melodiouses, which can go into Assault Blackwing with barely any stats. It is simply just a 2k defender that can be synchro summoned. It is really bad. So most of our power is going to be coming from the Melodious monsters. The Wind Witch monsters are simply our mechanism in which to climb through Great Fly, into Boral Code Dragon, into Topologic Bomber Dragon. We really probably aren't going to make Winter Bell. The Melodious monster, the Melodious monsters, though, we did not pull any Ostinato, which is the fusion spell that was at Ultra Rare, so we had to cope a little bit. Fortissimo is a continuous spell at normal that allows us to send this card to the graveyard and fusion summon using monsters we control, so that's stuff on field we can't use from hand. And Soprano, which can fusion summon a Melodious monster from extra deck using monsters you control, including this card. So we need to be able to get them on field because we have no way of fusion summoning from hand. Therefore, that's why we have 3 of the Soprano and 2 of the Fortissimo, and a bunch of ways to get monsters back on the field. Melodious Illusion in order to make stuff unaffected by spell traps. Icy Breeze Refrain is literally just a Call of the Haunted for Wind Witches. We've got other ways to bring stuff back. Aurora Wing, when it's destroyed by battle, I can special summon it back in attack position. Nova Summoner is a recruiter. Solo is also a recruiter. I think the deck is just not very cohesive, but there's enough tools in the shed to be able to get the job done against a deck that is equally janky, which I am hoping that Nash did not pull well enough to beat. So we're going to go into the episode. I am totally and utterly terrified as to what you could have possibly pulled here because, dear Lord, I may have pulled one of the better cards, and you won the die roll. Oh my god.
Let's go first, just, for some giggles.
Alright. Honestly, I think that's a mistake.
Oh dear.
I honestly think that this format, you need to get the extra card.
I think you are correct. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. I'm gonna set one.
Set one and pass.
Set one pass. Let's
Dude,
do this
is
thing.
my favorite play.
I want you to know that in my hand, there's not a single spell or trap. Oh my gosh. The amount of cards that I didn't pull. Alright. Ooh.
Same.
Dude, we're going wild here.
I made sure to do enough solo mo content so that we didn't both just have rescue rabbits facing down each other, though.
You know what? We're gonna bring out Steel Swarm Caller.
Okay.
And then flip summon Evil Swarm Ketos.
Interesting. Okay.
Unfortunately, it's Ketos, not O Lantern. If it was O Lantern, then I would just pop your monster.
Right.
And then
it is a 2k defender.
Oh my goodness. You know what? You know what we'll do with that? We'll go to the end phase.
All right. Well, that's about as much as I was hoping for. All right. I'm gonna give this a... Ooh, I actually can do something here.
Oh, please don't. Because I could do something on the next turn.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do it. I'm gonna normal summon Freeze Bell.
Freeze... Oh my gosh.
Oh, frick. I can't, because they're not both wind monsters. Shit. This is fine. This is fine. I'll increase its level, and I'll go into a rank 4 that I pulled out of my non-pack packs, Die Gusto Emerald.
Oh my gosh.
So we are going to go to the battle phase here, and we're just going to punch over Ketos here.
Okay.
And I do not have any spell traps, so go ahead.
Ooh.
Digosto Emerald, an ultra rare, by the way. Very
That's
good
really
rank
nice.
4. It's a good thing that I had a backup plan for when I didn't know how to read.
Will tribute summon Steel Swarm
Uh-oh.
Caller to
Uh-oh.
bring out Steel Swarm Mantis.
Dear God.
And then we will activate Steel Swarm Caller. And
I
then
should
Steel
have
Swarm
punched
Mantis.
that one. Should have punched.
Yes.
Should have punched the other one.
So Steel Swarm Mantis will special summon Steel Swarm Caller from grave.
I read the card and I'm like, he's not gonna have anything.
And then Steel Swarm Caller is going to special summon. We'll special summon a Steel Swarm Caller.
All right. I see. I have gotten out tempoed out of this game. I have already lost.
The Swarms. We're gonna go into battle right now.
There's no winning this anymore.
Take out that gusto. All right, and then we'll hit for 17, and then another 17. And I'm weary of you going into synchros. So what we're gonna do is Ixies.
Did you pull the whatever
The
rank
boy.
for the boy?
The boy. The god himself.
There it is. There's Evil Swarm Ophion. You pulled a royal rare of this?
Yeah.
This archetype just loves you.
Yeah. And then I'm going to activate his effect.
Did
to
you
add
get Infestation Pandemic?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I wish I did. I was annoyed by
I don't know what rarity it was, but geez, why am I not surprised you got it? Royal Rare Evil Swarm Ophion.
I'm going to add Infestation Ripples, which is basically just Monster Reborn.
It's still a good card.
Yeah, searchable Monster Reborn. That's a trap.
Call the Haunted, I guess, at that point.
Yeah. And then I will end right there.
I am boned.
Oh my gosh, I feel like a god. Like, man.
This just does not do anything. I think I'm just setting and passing.
Oh.
I knew I was gonna break on these suckers. They're good, but not that good.
Alright. Hope I draw another... Not what I was looking for, but it'll do. Alright.
If you normal summon activate the trap, you'll probably win. I mean,
Yeah,
geez.
because I pulled Kirkion.
Bruh.
So you know we get that extra normal summon.
An extra normal? So you... Oh, my lord, yeah. I'm just dead.
Yep, banish Kitos. We will add Caller to hand. And then we'll activate Kirkion to
This is insanity.
normal summon Caller.
Oh, my lord. Is that the third caller? Or is that the... Oh, no, it was the one you added back.
Yeah. So we'll just go battle phase. Ophion into your face down.
Is Aurora Ring, and thankfully this thing comes back, but it's only really good on like the first turn.
Oh, but it's 1200 defense. 1200 attack, I mean. Alright.
I think I'm
Crash
just
into
dead
that.
anyway.
Yeah, so let's see.
Yeah, this is lethal. This is 39.
Oh, yeah. Yes! Steel Swarm!
All right, let's go into game 2, and hopefully I don't, die.
The Swarm.
My lord. How does this deck love you so much to give you a royal?
A royal of Ophion. Like,
Of Ophion, of all things.
Yeah.
Was Ophion a super or was it an ultra?
let me double check.
Ooh. I think I think I gotta go first. I think being able to get the tempo is more important than the extra card.
Yeah. Ophion was an ultra rare.
You are a lucky bastard. Okay, this isn't terrible.
Oh, this hand, yeah, same. Like, it's not great, but it's not... honestly, I am astonished that I was able to win that first one. I should not have won with that opening hand that I had.
I actually get to make plays.
Hey, yo. Whole Wind Witch. Okay, Blizzard Bell. Well, I should just stop recording from my end now.
We're gonna target Breeze Bell. We'll summon the Snow Bell. We'll activate Breeze Bell, increase it to level 4. Oh, right. We can... I keep forgetting how fast we get locked into wins. I cannot do the play that I was hoping for.
You gotta go into, like, Stardust Dragon or, Crystal Wing.
Yeah, the things that I didn't pull.
Yeah.
We can do this.
Ooh.
Do Great Fly.
Okay. Got a little attack boost there.
Yeah. Hopefully this is enough to keep you off of attacking over my guys. And even if it's not, Great Fly is just one of those elemental link twos like Mrs. Radiant and stuff that if it's destroyed, you just add a wind monster back from the grave.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start off by special summoning Steel Swarm Scout, or Steel Swarm Cell.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna special summon Steel Swarm Mandragora.
What is this?
And then we're gonna link into Steel Swarm Origin. So I remember correctly, I think he's got 2,000 attack.
Jeez. Okay.
And then normal summon Caster.
Okay. And there's your boy.
Yep. Dual Swarm Salamandra.
That's 2550, so.
Yeah. Salamandra's effect.
Oh, yeah, man.
Banish a Mandragora.
Yeah, no, this opening was cracked.
Yeah. Boom. Boost that up. And then we'll go into battle.
Oh, you're not even making Ophion first.
Nah.
I guess it is more damage here.
Yeah. Select. And then Origin lets me special summon because a monster on the field was destroyed.
Dang.
Yeah. So I'm crashing.
Alright, so Great Fly.
Because Great Fly does
Great Fly is
something.
gonna trigger, so I'm gonna be able to add one back, but what's even worth adding back? Like, I guess we'll add back the Blizzard Bell.
All right. And then we'll attack for the 1750 right there. And we'll go main phase 2. Special summon. Yeah, and I gotta bring out the Ophion. Just because of the searching that Ophion can do. And then we'll place Ophion right under Origin, so it's got the protection. Because Origin, anything it points to, like, can't be destroyed by card effect or something. Which is wild.
You think I have anything to destroy Ophion by card effect?
Like, I don't know.
I'm getting boned!
And then, check this out. Not one.
What are you gonna bring out the Mechanite Adverum? That's
But
what.
two.
Check this out.
Oh, yeah, check this out. Someone just watched a Stevie Blunder video.
Somebody did a voice cameo in that Stevie Wonder video. Are you kidding me? I just added that back.
I can't believe that this is the field.
Why? I could have special summoned the other one.
Okay.
I don't know. That's about all I have to say.
Fair. Like, you brought up good points. Alright. And then...
I mean, what am I...
I'm going to activate Origin to special summon a caller from deck.
You just replaced the monster that died!
And then I'm going to activate Pandemic.
What the frick?
I'm going to shuffle this Genome that was in my hand back into the deck to add... I think... Yeah, I'm going to grab a Mantis. Draw fees. Okay.
I think we might need to be banning cards after every episode. Holy crap.
Okay.
I didn't think it was going to happen immediately, but my lord.
Yep, and we'll bring out Mantis. And then...
I don't know how to fight it.
Which will trigger Caller. There we go. So Mantis will special summon a Caller from the grave, and then Caller...
I'm already dead. This is already lethal on board.
I'll just special summon a Sting. And then... Okay, yep, and we're going to battle.
Well...
Oh. My gosh, this is insane. I did not expect the deck to be doing this.
I didn't either, but I guess that's what happens when you get a pack that is one archetype as opposed to two.
And also, like, I've played both of these decks. I've only played Evil Swarm at, like, a realistic competitive level, but I played Steel Swarm, like, 10 years ago, and I really tried to make it function as an actual deck. And so, thankfully, like, opening these packs, going into it, I already knew what every single one of the cards did, and I knew how they could work with each other.
Yeah, no, this was rough. Like, I pulled 3 Windwitch Chimes, which is a super, which is great. Like, I pulled those, but I didn't pull the Diamond Bell. The Diamond Bell, if I had that, I would have had something to go into with the Freeze Bell and Blizzard Bell. If you want to send me a screenshot of your deck, so we can just talk about it real quick. Mine was it was rough. I did not pull a single Ostinato, so I couldn't fuse from deck with the Melodious monsters. I only pulled 2 Fortissimo, which is the normal rarity continuous spell that lets you fuse from field, and then I had 3 of Soprano, which Soprano lets you fusion summon using monsters you control, including that card. So I only had 5 ways to fusion summon, all of which I couldn't do from hand.
Fun.
So I had to have all of the monsters on field in order to do it. The Wind Witches didn't have a payoff because I didn't have a way to get into Blizzard Bell, or into, Winter Bell, because I didn't have a way to get into, 7, because Freeze Bell is a 3, and then Blizzard Bell is a 5. The only other Wind Witch monster I had was Snow Bell, which is a 1. So none of that adds up to be a 7, even though I pulled 2 Winter Bells, which sucks. My plan, before I realized I was windlocked, was I was going to go bring out, what was it? It was normal summon Blizzard Bell, special Freeze Bell, activate Chimes, bring out Snow Bell. If I wasn't windlocked, I was going to go into the Assault Blackwing synchro that was in the extra, and then Nirvana High Paladin, since that's a level 5 non-tuner synchro, and then a level 5 tuner. And then I was like, nah, that doesn't work. So, Greatfly was originally, that would mean it was still good to try to give me as high attack points as possible, but it just didn't work out. The pack had Lost Wind and Fairy Wind in there as well, though, which Lost Wind is a crazy good staple. I also had like the Call of the Haunted of my own, Icy Breeze Refrain. I only pulled 2 of it, but it target Wind Witch monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense. Like, it's pretty good. But yeah, it was just, I didn't have too much. Nova Summoner was like a recruiter. Dinotherium is a level 4 that special summons itself. It just didn't come together. Even though I pulled like the really broken Melodious Link that specials 2 from deck. Like that. I pulled Boral Code Dragon, which was like a UR. I pulled Topologic Bomber Dragon, which was an SR.
Yeah, I see Topologic Bomber right there. That's insane that you like maybe for this episode not great, but the fact that you have that from here on out is wild.
And I pulled the ultra rare Bloom Diva fusion, and I pulled Bloom Prima, so I had the fusion monsters, including the Schuberta. So I had all 3 of the good fusions for Melodious. I just didn't have Ostinato, because of course that was the ultra. But how was yours? How did that go?
For me, like, at least I was able to pull Ophion. That was nice. But also, I'm sorry for how the format is. That's just, I couldn't make it bigger on my phone.
No, I know. That's just how mobile is. But the fact that you got Steel Swarm Roach and Ophion, like you have Royal Rare Ophion, man. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah. So it's like I've got the Roach, I've got Thanatos, Bahamut, Ophion. I was able to get 2 Ophion. Ouroboros right there, Origin, and Nightmare. Like, that was pretty... So, like, just those being able to have... Like, specifically Nightmare, being able to have access to Nightmare and Roach from here on out, I feel like is going to be really, really nice. And then for the main deck, I honestly was like, I just need a mix match of as many of, like, the Illswarm .good cards. And so... Cell special summons itself from hand. Mandragora special summons itself from hand. Caster, Kirkion give you extra normal summons. Caller recurs itself, and then if you tribute a Caller to bring out a Mantis, you've got a 2200 attacker on board, and you're able to go into Ophion or Bahamut or anything you want. So it was like, looking at my cards, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do anything. But then,
and you got Radiant too. Was that part of the pack, or was that one of the non-pack cards that was just like good?
That was just like one of the extra 4 that popped in. Same with Junk Defender. I got to a point where I was like, I need to put more cards in just so I can get up to 40.
Yeah, no, but I mean, Radiant's a crazy card. Like, if I had gotten out like any of my crazy cards at any point, that would have been a pretty good out to him.
And I honestly, of all the Evil Swarm cards that I got, besides Ophion and Caster, I was happy that I was able to get Salamandra, the one that you can banish up to 2 cards from your grave to get 500 attack for each. Just him being able to buff himself up to 2850 is really useful, especially in kind of like a very closed format like what we've got going on right now.
Oddly enough, that wouldn't have mattered if I was doing my Melodious stuff, because Score the Melodious Diva is basically like a reverse Honest. It's during damage calc, if a Melodious monster you control battles an opponent's monster, send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Change that opponent's monster's attack and defense to 0.
Oh, good heavens.
Yeah, and I pulled 3 of that, which were in the deck, because I knew Battle Tricks were basically going to be my saving grace, but it just did not pan out. I did not see Score one time.
The one card, honestly, that I was super upset that I didn't pull a single one of, it's not that I didn't pull Infestation Pandemic for the spell Trap Protection. It's that I didn't pull a Steel Swarm card. Steel Swarm Girastag. It's a level 7 that you can... normal summon it by tributing only 1 Steel Swarm monster, and its on-summon effect is, you don't target, you just send a monster your opponent controls to the grave, burn him for 1,000.
Bruh.
And
my lord.
Yeah, back in the day, like many, many moons ago, you know, when I was just a wee high school lad trying to play Steel Swarms because I was like, haha, I don't understand what monarchs are. I would run 3 of those, and it was just Gearstag Turbo because I had to find a way to get around wind-up Zen mains, which
makes sense.
was just a wild card for, you know, a high schooler who couldn't afford a $150 extra deck staple, and so I was like, I'm just going to play this janky, you know, Hidden Arsenal secret rare and get around it and then burn my opponent for 1,000. And so I was looking forward to, you know, just playing Gearstag Turbo, but hey, you know, Mantis Ophion Turbo did what it needed to do.
Yeah. All right, this part's going to be edited out because I want to ask you, do you think... I said after 5 episodes, but I feel like that's not going to work. I feel like just because of how fast it kind of is a steamroll, I don't want... It's not that I want to change the rules just because you won immediately. But it felt like a landslide. And I feel like to make the series as interesting as possible, I feel like we might be better off doing, like, the loser bans a card.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay. And what is it? Caster that gets the additional normal?
Okay, so Caster grants an additional normal. Kirkion grants an additional normal.
And you pull... Did you pull 3 of each one, or is it just the Caster?
I pulled 3 of the Caster.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably...
Okay.
All right, back in.
Yeah.
All right, so because I lost, it's time for the banning. And you know what? I think Evil Swarm Caster has got to go.
To be fair, having...
That extra normal is just too powerful, and I'd like to... I mean, I don't want to ban Ophion straight away, because I'd rather it just be like, if you get to Ophion, then you kind of deserve it, but
yeah.
I should be able to, like... I want to be able to prevent you from being able to get to it immediately.
And the fact that it's not specifically grant the normal summon of an evil swarm, but grant the normal summon of an ill swarm means that I can normal summon
use on
everything.
Swarms too.
Yeah, like even the
Kirkion
big tribute
only
guys
is for evil swarms, right?
No, it's also ill swarm.
Okay.
The problem with why Caster is the better choice, besides me having 3 versus 1, is that Kirkion, you need to banish from grave and then add to hand as the cost to be able to get the additional normal summon. So he's a little bit harder, whereas Caster is, you have him in your opening hand and you're fine. You are off to the races. Kirkion needs a little bit of setup. So I would say, you know, even though it makes me sad, hitting Caster is the correct choice in this situation. It's going to slow me down quite a bit.
Yeah, and I feel like with how slow my deck is, that's needed. But hey, next episode we could be playing entirely different strategies. After all, next episode I get to get a hold of Zombie World, Vendread, and White, and you get to go ahead and jump into Subterror and Generator. So you are definitely going to be in a pretty good spot again. It's not until episode 3 when you get Sacred Beast, Wicked God, Entity, and Ubel that I'm probably going to be catching up a little bit.
Yeah. No, man, just Ubel Terror. Like, you better calm down.
If you Ubel Terror Incarnate on me, I am going to leave the series, even though it's on my channel.
You just, the Calculator Ubel Turbo? Like, hell yeah, let's bring back 2013.
No, not fucking Calculator. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with the Calculator being reminded in my brain, I just want to remind you, please do like, comment, subscribe. Go subscribe to Darth Nash 6. His channel will be in the description. And I hope you enjoyed. This is going to be a pretty long-running series if you've seen how many secret packs there are. But I hope you enjoy, and we will see you next time.
Good night.